So, right up until I had my near death experience at the age of 17, I had been practicing ballet since I was 5. So that's what, 12 years? No, 4. Sorry, 4. So that's 13 years I was determined I was going to be a ballerina. I just loved ballet, and that's just what I was going to do. I was going to be a ballerina, and I was extremely good at it. And then I had my near death experience. And during my near death experience, my spiritual companion who escorted me through the near death experience, or what some people like to refer to as a guide, kind of showed me that what I had come into this particular incarnation to basically accomplish. And being a ballerina, and a famous ballet star just wasn't part of it. It just wasn't part of it. And so, many years after that, I kind of reflected back on that and processed it even further, my whole near death experience further. And I've come to understand some very strong truths about what we humans consider failure here are not failures on the other side. Because I had such a desire to be a ballerina, to be a ballet star, I did not accomplish that in this lifetime, and certainly not going to accomplish it now. Doesn't mean that I failed at ballet. What it means is that each and every one of us has a particular agenda which we come here to do. Now, granted, um, in fulfilling our specific soul's agenda, okay, and our soul, by the way, is the highest aspect of ourself. It never incarnates. It sends little offshoots here out to experience, but it never incarnates into anything. It stays in the spiritual ethers forever. But anyway, just because it didn't go along with my specific soul agenda, or just because we have a soul agenda, doesn't mean that we can't branch out and do other things and accomplish other things that are not specifically related to our soul's agenda. However, if, for instance, you think that you really want to, you should have accomplished a certain thing by a certain point in your life and you did not, it doesn't make you a failure. Far from it. It means more likely that you have been more on your path, um, your soul's actual path, um, that you came here for. So a lot of us aren't going to be famous, aren't going to be stars, aren't going to be super duper wealthy or any of that. But those are expectations that us humans have put on each other and make things very difficult while we're here trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing. Um, it would surprise, I think, a lot of people to realize that most people just need to go through the mechanism of life, just live seriously, and experience yourself putting your best foot forward. That would be satisfying your soul agenda in a lot of cases, believe it or not. um, just going through the wonderful different mechanisms of life, interacting with people in the best way you can, in the most loving way that you can, in the most giving way that you can. That is probably fulfilling your soul's agenda. Thinking that, oh my gosh, I'm not a doctor, or I'm not a pilot, or I'm not a this, or I'm not a that, and so I'm basically nothing in life, or I've failed in life. Not at all. Throughout your life, were you kind when it warranted? Were you giving when it was warranted? Or when you should have? Did you extend yourself? That is success. Believe it or not, that is truly success. Our remember, none of these occupations that we engage in while here, they don't exist on the other side. There's no pilots on the other side. Okay, um, because as pure consciousness over there, you are where you need to be whenever you need to be instantaneously. Okay, so there's no earthly positions over there. Okay, um, a cashier who is honest and kind to customers is considered a success in the spiritual realms. Because you see, it's all about basically our intentions. All right. Um, Whatever we did we do it with integrity? Did we do it with a sense of love? Did we somehow manage to help others in some way? And it doesn't even have to be a huge way. A smile here, a kind word there, a compliment. Okay? Spirit does not look at earthly accomplishments like you think, and they're not looked at on the other side as successes. Only the intention behind whatever you did, um, and your level of integrity behind whatever you did, whatever it is. A street sweeper is viewed no differently than a millionaire or a billionaire on the other side. Absolutely zilch indifference. What is looked at, like I said, is the integrity of their actions, the kindness of their actions, okay? And what their true intentions were in doing what they were doing. Because remember, you know, success, just because a person is a billionaire doesn't make them necessarily a success. And certainly not in the spiritual world. They could be one of the most morally bankrupt people um, on the planet. Okay? And I think we all can agree that if you're morally bankrupt or deficient, you're not really a success at all. Okay? Gaining money and lots of it doesn't matter on the other side because there is no monetary, money does not exist over there. All right? So, anyway, all this I learned and understood after I had my near death experience. I learned much, much more. And if you're interested, the book title is in the link. But success and failure has zilch zippo to do with our earthly accomplishments, but it has everything to do with what is in our heart, our integrity, okay, and our true intentions. You can be a success no matter what you do. A dishwasher at a restaurant could be viewed in the spiritual world as having succeeded in their earthly life because of how they lived and existed while here. All right? And could be viewed much more highly than a billionaire. All right. Take care.